Subscription audit, finding hidden budget drains, identify and eliminate unnecessary recurring charges, why it matters. The average person wastes $300 plus yearly on forgotten subscriptions. Hey, and welcome back to Free to Build, the show where we turn financial confusion into financial confidence, one honest conversation at a time. Wherever you are listening from today, whether you are commuting, cooking dinner, or lying in bed scrolling through your phone, I want you to do one thing before we start. Open your banking app. Don't worry, we are not doing math yet. Just have it nearby because today we are talking about something sneaky, something almost every single person listening right now is a victim of, and something that could put real money back in your pocket by the end of this episode. We are talking about subscriptions, the quiet recurring charges that nibble away at your income every single month without you even noticing. Studies show the average person loses over $300 a year to subscriptions they forget they even signed up for. That's not a coincidence, that's a system, and today we are going to dismantle it point by point. So let's get into it. Point number one, the subscription economy was built to be forgotten. Here's something most people don't realize. Subscription businesses don't just want your money once, they want it forever. And they will engineer their entire model around the psychology of forgetting. When you sign up, the process takes 30 seconds. When you want to cancel, suddenly there are five confirmation screens, a customer service chat, and a guilt trip offer. This is not an accident. Companies call this friction design, and it's built specifically to make cancellation harder than signing up. Think about a gym membership you joined in January with big motivation, but by March you stopped going. The charge, however, never stopped. It just became invisible, blending into your bank statement like background noise. The first step to fixing this problem is not shame, it's awareness. You are not careless for missing this. You were simply outmatched by a system designed to be missed. And once you understand that the game is rigged toward forgetting, you can finally start playing it on your own terms. Next to point number two, the small amount illusion is the real trap. Most people don't get financially hurt by one big subscription. They get hurt by five or six small ones that each feel too tiny to matter. $4 here, $9 there, $12 somewhere else. Usually, none of them feel worth the effort of canceling. But your brain is terrible at adding up small recurring numbers over time. And that's exactly why this trap works so well. Let's take a simple example. Three streaming platforms at $15 each, a cloud storage plan at $3, and a fitness app at $10. That's $58 a month, which barely registers emotionally. But multiplied across a year, that's nearly $700, enough for a flight, a laptop, or a solid emergency fund cushion. The lesson here connects directly back to point number one, because these charges are designed to be forgotten, and because they are small, your mind treats them as harmless when together they are anything but. Next to point number three, the free trial is rarely free. Free trials are one of the most brilliant psychological tools in modern business because they shift the responsibility of canceling from the company to you. And most people simply don't follow through. You sign up excited, fully intending to cancel before the trial ends, but life happens. A week passes, then a month, and suddenly you are being charged for a service you used exactly once. Think of someone who signs up for a 7-day free trial of a video editing app to finish one personal project, forgets about it, and ends paying $40 a month for 8 months straight before noticing. That's over $300 gone. Almost the exact national average we mentioned at the start of this episode. This connects directly to what we just discussed in point number two. It's not one big decision that drains you. It's dozens of small forgotten ones stacking silently in the background of your financial life. Next point number four. Your bank statement is a financial diary. Learn to read it. Most people glance at their bank statement to check their balance, but very few actually read it line by line like a story. Every recurring charges is a sentence in that story telling you exactly where your attention and intention have drifted. This is why a proper subscription audit is not a 5-minute task. It's closer to reading 3 to 6 months of statements slowly, highlighting anything that repeats. For example, someone auditing their account might discover a premium use subscription from 18 months ago that auto renewed twice without a single visit to the site. That single discovery alone could be worth over $100 recovered. This step matters so much because it turns invisible spending, the exact kind we discussed in points 1 through 3, into something visible, measurable, and finally within your control. Next, point number 5, categorize before you can sell. Not all subscriptions are equal. Once you can see your subscriptions clearly, the next step is not to cancel everything in a panic. It's to sort them into 3 honest categories: essential, valuable, and forgotten. Essential means something you genuinely use weekly, like a work tool or a family streaming plan everyone actually watches. Valuable means it brings real joy or growth, even if you used occasionally, like a language learning app you use during travel prep. Forgotten means exactly what it sounds like, something you cannot even remember signing up for. For instance, a musician might keep a music production subscription because it's essential to their income. Keep a meditation app because it genuinely helps their mental health. But cut a recipe app they used exactly twice. This sorting method protects you from the common mistake of cutting things that add real value just because you are in savings mode, while still targeting the true budget trains we will be uncovering. Next, point number 6, the annual trap. When saving money cost you more. Many subscription services offer annual plans with the promise of a discount. And while that can genuinely be smart, it can also become a trap if you are not paying attention. Annual billing means you are charged once a year, which drastically increases the odds you will forget about the service entirely until the next surprise charge appears. Imagine paying $90 annually for a photo editing app you loved for one project, but a full year later you don't even remember installing it. Yet the charge still hits your card automatically. Unlike monthly subscriptions, which give you 12 chances a year to notice and cancel, annual plans only give you one. So while annual billing can save money on services you truly use, it multiplies the danger for services you don't, reinforce why the audit process from point number needs to be specifically flag annual charges for extra scrutiny. Next, point number 7, family and shared plans often hide duplicate cost. It's a mistake that happens across every age group and every country. Paying for an individual subscription when a family or shared plan already covers you, or worse, paying for a shared plan alone because a family member quietly stopped using it. This is incredibly common with music streaming, cloud storage, and video platforms. Picture a household where one parent pays for an individual streaming subscription, while another family member is separately paying for the family plan that could have covered everyone for years. Neither person realizes the overlap because the accounts were never compared side by side. A simple 5-minute conversation with the people you live with can uncover overlapping charges worth hundreds of dollars a year. This point connects beautifully with point number 5, because a forgotten subscription is not always something you personally forgot. Sometimes it's something the household forgot together. Next, point number 8, set a recurring subscription check-in, not one-time fix. Subscription audit is not a single event you do once and forget. Because if it were, we will be right back where point number 1 started, sliding back into forgetfulness. The real solution is building a recurring habit, ideally every 3 months, where you spend just 15 minutes reviewing your statements and asking one simple question for each charge. Did this add real value to my life this quarter? Think of it like brushing your teeth for your finances. A small consistent habit that prevents a much bigger, more painful problem later. Someone who commits to a quarterly quick check might catch a forgotten trial within 30 days instead of 8 months, saving themselves a majority of that loss instantly. This turns subscription management from a stressful emergency cleanup into a calm, ongoing part of your financial routine. Next, point number 9, use the cancel first, reactive later strategy. One of the most powerful psychological tricks you can use against the subscription industry is flipping their own strategy back on them. Instead of keeping a subscription just in case you might use it again, cancel it, and if you genuinely miss it and use it regularly, you can always resubscribe later. Most modern platforms make reactivation incredibly easy, often just one click, which completely removes the older fear of losing across forever. For example, someone unsure whether they still need a design software subscription can cancel it for 2 months. If they don't miss it, they will proven it was not essential, and if they do, resubscribing takes seconds. This strategy directly counters the friction-based design we discussed in point number 5, using the industry's own convenience features to protect your wallet instead of drain it. Next, point number 10, redirect the savings. Don't let it disappear quietly. Finding and cancelling first-or subscription is only half the job, because if that freed up money simply blends back into your account with no plan, it often gets spent elsewhere without you noticing, which is the exact same invisible spending trap we started with the point number 1. Instead, the moment you cancel something, redirect that exact amount into your savings for an investment account or an emergency fund, even if it's automatic. For example, someone who cancels $40 worth of unused subscriptions could set up an automatic $40 monthly transfer into a financial freedom savings for turning a forgotten leak into deliberate visible progress. This final step transforms subscription auditing from just spending less into genuinely building more, which brings this entire episode full circle, from invisible loss to intentional growth at last. Finally, so here's where we learned today. Subscription are not evil, and this episode was never about guilt. It's about awareness. From understanding why the system is built to be forgotten, to spotting small hidden charges, annual traps, and shared plan overlaps, to finally building a habit that protects you every single quarter. You now have a complete repeatable system to reclaim money that was quietly slipping away. That $300 average we mentioned at the start, for many listening right now, it's probably higher. So here's your one action step for today. Open that bagging app you grabbed earlier, scroll back 3 months, and just really look at what's repeating. That's it. That's the whole first step. If this episode helped you see your money is a little differently, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And I will see you in the next one. This has been Read to Build. Until next time, build with intention. Thank you.